Hi everyone. In this session of Tutors, we are going to deal with the exercises of the chapter Life Processes for Class 10. Let's move on to the first question. The kidneys in human beings are part of the system for A. Nutrition, B. Respiration, C. Excretion, and D. Transportation. Answer: Excretion. The kidneys in human beings are part of the system for excretion. Moving on to the next question. The xylem in plants are responsible for A. Transport of water, B. Transport of food, C. Transport of amino acid, and D. Transport of oxygen. Answer: Transport of water. Xylem transports water from the soil to all parts of the plant. Next question. The autotrophic mode of nutrition requires A. Carbon dioxide and water, B. Chlorophyll, C. Sunlight, and D. All of the above. Answer: all of the above. Autotrophic mode of nutrition, that is, photosynthesis, requires carbon dioxide and water as the raw materials and also the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll. So the answer is all of the above. Moving on to the next question. The breakdown of pyruvate to give carbon dioxide, water, and energy take place in A. Cytoplasm, B. Mitochondria, C. Chloroplast, and D. Nucleus. Answer: Mitochondria. Here, the point to be noted is the breakdown of pyruvate to give carbon dioxide, water, and energy take place in mitochondria, whereas the breakdown of glucose to pyruvate, that is glycolysis, take place in the cytoplasm. Next question. How are fats digested in our bodies? Where does this process take place? Answer: Fats are present in the form of large fat globules in the small intestine, which makes it difficult for the enzymes to act on them. The bile salts from the liver break down the large fat globules into smaller globules so that the pancreatic enzyme, that is lipase, can easily act on them. This is referred to as emulsification of fats. This process takes place in the small intestine. Emulsification of fats and its significance, a very important question for the boards. Next question. What is the role of saliva in digestion of food? Answer: First point, it moistens the food for easy swallowing. Next point, it contains a digestive enzyme called salivary amylase, which breaks down starch into sugar. That is, some amount of starch is converted into sugar in the mouth itself. Next question. What are the necessary conditions for autotrophic nutrition and what are its byproducts? Answer: Autotrophic nutrition takes place through the process of photosynthesis. Carbon dioxide, water, chlorophyll pigment, and sunlight are the necessary conditions required for autotrophic nutrition. Carbohydrates and oxygen are the byproducts of photosynthesis. Moving on to the next question. What are the differences between aerobic and anaerobic respiration? Name some organisms that use the anaerobic mode of respiration. Answer: Aerobic respiration takes place in the presence of oxygen, whereas anaerobic respiration takes place in the absence of oxygen. Next point. In aerobic respiration, complete breakdown of glucose takes place, whereas in anaerobic respiration, only partial breakdown of glucose takes place. Next point. In aerobic respiration, the end products are carbon dioxide, water, and energy, whereas in anaerobic respiration, the end products are either ethyl alcohol or lactic acid, carbon dioxide, and energy. Next point. In aerobic respiration, more energy is produced compared to anaerobic respiration. Next point. Aerobic respiration occurs in plant and animal cell, whereas anaerobic respiration occurs in many anaerobic bacteria, yeast, and human muscle cells. Moving on to the next question. Question number 9. How are alveoli designed to maximize exchange of gases? Answer. Alveoli is small sac-like structure surrounded by blood capillaries. More than million alveoli are present in the lungs. The presence of millions of alveoli in the lungs provides a very large surface area for exchange of gases, which maximizes the exchange of gases. Here, the main points are the presence of millions of alveoli surrounded by blood vessels, so that a very large surface area is provided. It is a repeated question in the boards. Next question. What are the consequences of deficiency of hemoglobin in our bodies? Answer. First point. Deficiency of hemoglobin will affect the rate of respiration and breathing. The cells will be devoid of energy for normal metabolic process. Next point. It can lead to anemia and iron deficiency condition, as iron is a constituent of hemoglobin. Next question. Describe double circulation in human beings. Why is it necessary? Answer. Double circulation is a process in which blood flows twice through the heart. It includes 2 steps. First one, pulmonary circulation, and the second, systematic circulation. Pulmonary circulation begins from right ventricle. After oxygenation from the lungs, it ends in left atrium. Systematic circulation begins from left ventricle. After exchange of materials from throughout the body, it ends in right atrium. The importance of double circulation. The separation of oxygenated and deoxygenated blood allows a more efficient supply of oxygen to the body cells. This efficient system of oxygen supply is very useful in human beings. Double circulation and its necessity is also an important question. Next question. What are the differences between transport of materials in xylem and phloem? Answer. Xylem transports water and minerals, whereas phloem transports food. Next point. Xylem transports in upward direction, whereas phloem transports in all directions. Next point. Transport through xylem is a passive process, whereas transport through phloem is an active process, that is, by the consumption of energy. Next point. Transpiration plays a key role in transport through xylem, whereas transpiration has no role in transport through phloem. Next point. Xylem transport is through tracheids and vessels, whereas phloem transport is through sieve tubes and companion cell. Moving on to the last question. Compare the functioning of alveoli in the lungs and nephrons in the kidneys with respect to their structure and functioning. Answer. First, let's compare structure. Alveoli are structures which purify blood through gaseous exchange in the lungs, whereas nephrons are structures which purify impure blood within the kidney. Next point, the functioning of alveoli and nephron. Thin elastic membrane and numerous alveoli increases the area for gaseous exchange in alveoli, whereas thin pressurized glomerulus in the capsule and the coil nature of the tubule increases rate of filtration and reabsorption in the nephron. Next point. Gaseous exchange enhances oxygenation of blood in the alveoli, whereas filtration and reabsorption enhances purification of blood and pH balance in blood. Hope that the answers are clear. Thank you for watching.